Okay, we're going to try this again. Hopefully you guys are catching the feed. Let me know if you are seeing me. I'm going to click over here in just 1 second. Are you guys seeing me now? Yay! Okay, I see it on the screen. Hey everyone, welcome to the live stream today. It is May 1st. Happy May Day to all of you. And today's also a very special day. It is my wedding anniversary, so there's that. If you guys are seeing me, can you give me a thumbs up in the chat or a thumbs up on this video and let me know that you are seeing me? Happy Wednesday, everyone. Yay, you see me? Yes, thank you. Can you hear me? I just want to make sure before I go down this long tangent that you guys can actually hear me as well. You see me? Yes. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Okay, good. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited to be here today with you. Today we're going to be tackling what I'm calling my 10 steps to success on YouTube. And I've been on YouTube now technically about 3 years. I have a channel myself. It's called Shelly Saves the Day. Over there, I'm teaching you how to, better create content, remove obstacles and barriers that make it so you can share what you love with the world. So anything that is about helping you be a creator, I am all about it. And you guys, I'm going to share the screen with you just because I love always seeing your comments, and I'll have you know sometimes because I'm looking at the camera I can't see all of the comments as they're scrolling by so fast, but trust me, I always come back later and I read all of them. So if I miss it, it's not because I don't want to read it, it's just because I really want to make sure that our time together gets through all the stuff that we need to. Okay, yeah, if you guys want to check out my channel, please do check it out sometime. It is Shelly Saves the Day. I make all kinds of videos over there to help you create better content. But today we're going to be tackling what I'm saying, 10 successful traits or things that you can do to help you on your YouTube journey. So I'm going to bring this over here. I just want to say hello, everyone out there, Brave Star Gamer and Andrew. Thank you for being in the chat and moderating as always. I love this community so much, and I'm always super duper excited to come back and be with you all. So we're going to go old school just a little bit, and we are going to go a little bit into some of these slides here. So step number 1 is going to be all about how to strategize when you're a brand new channel and you don't know exactly what kind of content you're going to be making, what kind of videos you're going to be producing. Usually you're going to be following into one of 3 categories, and Andrew made a great video about this as well, going into way more detail if you want to get more details on it. And it is, are you help, are you hero, or are you hub? So it's the 3 H's, and it's really about kind of, you usually are going to fit into one of these 3 categories. So help is going to be all of the, the how-tos, the tutorials, any of the stuff that's really education based. And then you've got your hero content, which is more entertainment based. And that's a lot of the times around like tentpole events, like a big movie release, like maybe Avengers, which if you've seen it and you manage to watch and get to the movie without any spoilers beforehand, put a little superhero emoji in the chat. I just went and saw it, and I don't get super emotional during movies, but there was maybe a time or two that I might have got a little misty. I'm just saying, it was a really great movie. But so that's, there you go, hero content, right? So some people will have a couple pieces of content, just really big pieces that come out on their channel, and then the rest of them will fall into a different category. Those are usually a bit more produced, stylized, really kind of build up the hype around them. And then there is your hub content. You're going to find a lot of this is live streams, vlogs, things that really build community, Q&A sessions, things that are really fostering the community that you have, not necessarily just going after and getting new people. I hope that makes sense for you. If it does, give me a little thumbs up on that one. Okay, I'm just making sure. Do we have you can't find a superhero emoji? That's okay. I know you're with me emotionally, and just because you can type out superhero emoji, I know what you're saying. That's totally cool. Yes. It was an emotional movie. Yes. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about over here, One of the biggest things that I see people missing when they are trying to strategize about a channel is going to be all of the stuff that has to do with keyword research. Now, you have to think that YouTube is a search engine, right? It is owned by the world's largest search engine, which is Google. And a lot of the time you're going to see videos that are going to be popping up in the search results, right? So it's really, really important to think and craft titles, your videos sometimes in a way that is an answer to a question, and you really want to be honing down on those keywords that are really triggering the algorithm or the search results to know that your video is really related to that. So a lot of that is going to come into what is the title of your video, and TubeBuddy has a really awesome keyword explorer, which is a great way to figure out how to find tags that you can use, how to find titles that are relevant that people are searching for. It's a really great tool. I would highly recommend you can start your research there. And there's a really great resource you can always use, which is free as well, which is going to be the search bar of YouTube, right? And there was a previous video where we went into that, where you can just start typing something like Canon G7X space, and then see what comes up as other things that people are searching for, because it's usually coming up in the order in which people are searching for them. Okay, sorry, I feel like I have this hair on my face somewhere, and I got it. It's been bugging me this whole time. Okay, there's also, you can use keywords everywhere, and there's a site called Answer the Public where you can also put in a search phrase, and it will help you come up with a whole bunch of different ways to phrase that question or title as well, which is super helpful. One thing that I love about TubeBuddy is that it actually gives you kind of what's called a search pool, so you'll know how you are doing as a weighted or unweighted. I usually tend to go with unweighted just so I can see the difference, and Andrew has a really great video on that if you want to see the difference between what an unweighted and a weighted result really is, because it's kind of taking into account your channel, your history, all of that stuff, and how well you would do versus if you were in an incognito search versus a search for your own with your own history, right? So you can use the keyword explorer, and the really great thing is now there's a result that will tell you how many videos on that type of subject you're looking at. So one of the ways that they're looking to see how you would do is you want to make sure that there's a good enough search volume on something, but that the search pool of videos that are the response to that question is relatively low. So if you can find something that is searched for a lot, but there aren't a lot of videos on, go make that video, and you can have a higher chance of ranking for it. So I hope that kind of helps with a little bit on keyword strategy. I don't want to spend too much time on each one of these slides just because we only have an hour together. I definitely want to try and get to those questions. I'm going to try and open that Google Sheet again. I was having some problems earlier, but we're going to try and breeze through all those, okay? And yes, we're going to go on to organization. So the way that Organize works is you're going to be looking at, it's really important to have a content calendar strategy. So, around the 4th of July, if you're a DIYer, if there's some, event that's happening, or Thanksgiving, if you're a food channel, those are kind of those year-round calendar events, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, where all of a sudden there are certain ideas that come to mind. You wouldn't make red, white, and blue cookies necessarily for Thanksgiving, but you probably would for July. So you would know to plan your content around some of those holidays or things like that. So as you start to build out your calendar, the more that you can think about those types of events, be a few weeks early on it, get your content out so that when people start searching for it, as it gets closer to that event, your results keep popping up. So I hope that makes sense, as well as one of the biggest things that I would say can really, really help you, especially when you're beginning. For anyone out there who's doing this as a side hustle like me, can I get a little hand raise emoji? Or if you can't find the hand raise emoji person, type hand raise emoji. I'm working, a 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. job. I'm doing this on the side. So one of the things that I'll do sometimes is I will batch 2-3 videos at a time, and then I will edit them throughout the month so I can still release at a 1-a-week schedule, because having to do the lights, the setup, the makeup, the hair every single week is draining on me. And what if you get sick or go on vacation or have, life that happens? So batch shooting is such a huge, you're at work now. It is such a huge lifesaver. Gotta say, definitely take a look at that. And then scripting, I know a lot of people would say that it's not for them. One of the nice things about scripts, if you have them, if you have kind of a repeatable formula, is a lot of the time you can take that script, you can transcribe it later into a blog post, if you have a separate website. I had a weird issue that happened where my description box got wiped out, and even though I had made some changes, so if I had had my script or something written down, I could literally copy and paste that description back in. So that would have been really helpful. So I know some people don't like scripts, and you definitely don't have to have one. I typically do bullet points, but I will find that even with bullet points, I tend to ramble off into something else sometimes than what I wanted. So if you're one of those types, sometimes a script can really help you out there. If this is making sense to you, can we get a thumbs up on this video? Because now I'm feeling sad that 3 people have totally thumbs down this video, and 2 of them were before I even went on. So that's not very nice, people. That's not nice. Okay. Section 3, we're going to be talking about stylize. Okay, so this is the way anything visual that has to do with your channel, that is going to be your thumbnails, your channel banner art, your little subscribe button down in the corner, the overlays that pop up on your screen, and different things that happen in your videos, such as I always make coffee in a vlog, or I always show an overhead shot of a drone if I'm traveling, whatever it is that is representing your visual style. Those things all combine and give you like the overall style of your channel. So there's a couple of really important metrics that you want to look at when you're looking through the eyes of YouTube and the analytics. So one of the first ones is going to be that click-through rate, which is responding to how many times did people actually see your thumbnail, whether it was on the subscription feed, on the home page, as they're scrolling, suggested. There is a metric that is going to show how many times was your thumbnail represented and shown to people, how many times people actually stopped to click on it. So what you're looking for is a click-through rate. If you can get into double digits and higher, you're doing really, really well. If you have and you look in your analytics, and I know a lot of people aren't crazy about the new Studio Beta, but it is here to stay. It's coming, so you might as well start getting in there and looking at it. But if you start looking, and the nice thing is you can go look at 50 videos at a time, and you can sort them by their click-through rate. Start looking for patterns for the thumbnails that have really high click-through rates. And then if I were you, if you're below like a 2% on your click-through rate, those thumbnails aren't doing you any favors. Change them out and try again. And TubeBuddy has a really great feature where you can even do A/B testing on thumbnails, which is awesome. So it will run, and that is a perk of the Legend upgraded feature. So if you want that one, do know that one is in one of the paid tiers. It's in the Legend version. And so when you're doing that, you can run a thumbnail for a week and then another one for a week, and then they're going to give you an entire dashboard with a percentage, like based on the click-through rate and the impressions that we're seeing. We have a 85% certainty that the new thumbnail is going to perform better than the old thumbnail, or whatever it is. They have really great information and data analytics that they can show you. It's a really great tool, so I would definitely advise you to take a peek at that if you never have. And then also on that, you want to make sure that the text on your thumbnails is legible, especially on a very small size. So try and avoid like the scripts that have super skinny fonts. If you're going to have a background that's harder to read the text on it, maybe throwing like a solid color block behind that text so you can read it. And most people end up designing a thumbnail for a really big computer screen, but 80% of the traffic that YouTube videos get are on a phone, and the thumbnails on a phone are even smaller. So when you're done with creating your thumbnail, shrink it down to a 25% in whatever photo editing app that you're using, and see if it still stands out, tells a story, would make you stop scrolling and actually click on it. And another thing to do is if you've already had your title already crafted, go into the YouTube search bar, put in that title, see the thumbnails that come up, and then rank yours against theirs. If you saw your thumbnail against theirs, would you stop and click on yours, or would you probably do the competition? Because that's exactly what the public is looking at as well. Okay, alrighty, so expressive faces, there is studies, the people have shown that from 1 to 3 faces, usually more than 3 faces, tend to start going down in demographics. The YouTube faces, which we all make fun of and don't like, but the whole like, whatever, those faces do tend to do better, okay? Okay, sorry. I am totally, every once in a while I see a little my name in the chat, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't coming from Andrew, or sometimes he'll tell me I'm doing something wrong, and I want to make sure I don't ignore him and I fix it. Okay, so let me go through. And this one, we are going to go this is my very favorite section. That's gonna be section 4. It's all about how to optimize your videos. This is one of the best things that I love about TubeBuddy so much, helping me generate my title. TubeBuddy can help you generate thumbnails. If you're on any of the paid versions, I believe you can totally do the thumbnail design, which is great. And you can absolutely, those tags that they recommend, the suggested tags, the auto-suggested ones, what I like to do, and I think Andrew has shown this in a couple of his videos as well, you can totally go and copy them into your description box. Try and in a paragraphical form, try and write out a description that makes sense while still being able to use some of those keywords in your description. So it helps boost the relevancy of your description and using those keywords, okay? So the thing with tags, right? So you have 500 characters to use as many tags as you can in there. Try to avoid those short, like you're never going to rank for makeup, baking, whatever it is, but try to go for a longer term. So when they say long tail, they're talking about multiple words, almost like a sentence, like best camera for YouTube, or how to start a YouTube channel, or how to start a YouTube channel in 2019. Those are examples of longer phrases that you can use, and you do the entire sentence and then you do like a comma. It's a comma separated value, so then you have one tag. So I know that I had heard from someone that they thought you could only do one word at a time. That's not true. You can do a whole phrase and then just hit comma after that. Okay, definitely optimizing for upload defaults. So if you guys didn't know, you can go into your advanced settings, make sure all of that verbiage that you see in a lot of people's videos, that is going to be, like their FTC disclosures or the links to their websites and social media and everything else that you see in every single boilerplate description. You can upload that as a default, and then you can totally just every time you upload a video, it will already be there. So that can save a lot of time. In the beginning, when I started YouTube, I didn't know this, and I had a Word document, and I would copy and paste literally every time I uploaded a new video. So go set up your defaults, and also TubeBuddy can help you with defaults for things even like end cards. You can set it as basically like an archetype, and it will apply that each time, which is great because it will save you just so much time. You can set up templates for your end cards. If you, like I always usually have like a floating head for subscribe and then 2 videos, and you can even set that up as a template and use TubeBuddy to help you with that. And then I would say making sure that you are utilizing playlists. Use them. When you create a playlist, it is like creating a new piece of content on YouTube, and most people don't put their videos into playlists and do that very well. So if someone wants to learn about TubeBuddy, I have an entire playlist on my series, and instead of sending them the video link to just one, I would send them the link to the entire playlist, because as you start to send the playlist, people will start to get more watch time, because also your videos will just start autoplaying next, and you're not waiting on YouTube algorithm to hopefully suggest your video against your own video. I hope that makes sense. If that makes sense, can we get a thumbs up in here? Thumbs up in here. Okay. Did we talk about this? Oh yeah, hashtags. You can have 3 underneath your video. You can use those to search. I have found that if you put a location in your video, it will mess and basically not allow you to use those hashtags, but you can use 3. I always recommend using the channel name, or name that you want to go by on YouTube, and then like the main keyword or something like that. Like I might do like iMovie or something like that, or YouTube or TubeBuddy, something like that under one of mine. And just as a small side tip, if any of you have an address in your upload defaults, and let's say you have like a PO box or something like that, and you have like the hashtag as your address number right after that, if that's within the first few hashtags that you're going to see, it may end up showing you all kinds of wonky stuff. And it's because it hasn't parsed that address correctly with that hashtag in there and then the numbers. So I had to go through my address and change it into, instead of the hashtag, to a number like NO. That's my dog. NO for the number on my like PO box. And I was able to use the bulk editor to go upload 200 videos in like 3 minutes and fix all of that. And when they rolled out hashtags, because it had messed up a whole bunch of hashtags on my video. So just as a side tip for you, if you have an address with a hashtag in it, go take a peek at that. Okay, so we're going to move on. So we're talking about Publicize, and this is, I think, where a lot of people fall short. This is one of the most important things that happens after you publish a video. It's going to be you think you're just going to sit back and be like, I've already made a video, I'm just going to let all the views roll in and let the people find me. That's not how it works. Now you got to hustle. I would say almost it's harder. It's more hard work after the video is published. So you have to make sure, if you have the community post, I would be using it, making a post there. If you have the Instagram and you don't have the 10,000 subscribers, or whatever they call it, followers on Instagram, and you still want the swipe up feature, there is kind of a way around that. I have that in my last video on this series. I'm doing this entire series on my channel as well. We've only gotten through step 6. You guys are getting all 10 steps here, just a little truncated version. If you guys want to check out those videos on my channel, please do so, because we go into more detail, including how to kind of use the swipe up feature by using Instagram TV, which will still allow you to do links. And so if you want to see that, go check out that video. If you have a blog post or a blog site, I would definitely encourage you to put your video there with the embedded thing, usually WordPress, whatever. I would highly, highly recommend my friends over at Rivet. They make beautiful, and I think Andrew has a website through them too now. We got you hooked up at Seattle YouTube Day, but Rivet makes beautiful YouTube websites. You don't have to update or patch anything. All you have to do is sign in with your Google account and then put in your YouTube, or you can do Wisteria or Twitch accounts, whatever. And on a free version, you can still go and get like 20 videos in your library. And it's a really great feature. It's just another place to have your videos on the web, and that helps your SEO score as well if more people are finding you. Because if you have a different website, you start a YouTube session, YouTube loves that, brings people to the platform, gets them watching. Your video can get a boost in the algorithm and rankings as well because of that. So you can get started for free over there. I have a link too if you want to save some money. Go check out any of my videos. There's a link in the description box how to get started. I even have a video about how to set up Rivet, because I made a video after I challenged them that you could set up a site in 60 seconds. So I was like, you're a liar. It took like 3 minutes, but it was still an awesome experience. Go check that out. I would definitely highly recommend you to have a website. It's important to have a website. You can even do an integration with MailChimp, which is a free email service. If you want to start an email list, I highly, highly recommend that. Email your list saying that you've dropped a new video or something like that. That's a great way for people to know that you've dropped a video, because we all know that sometimes the notification system isn't the best on YouTube, right? Okay, you can go directly from YouTube underneath, and you can hit the share button. You can go to Pinterest, you can go to Tumblr. I would go to Snapchat. You can link videos directly from there. And then relevant Facebook groups. So if you're into beauty and makeup, don't post it in a car mechanic Facebook group just because they allow people to drop links, because it is going to kill your audience retention and watch time. If someone watches, if they are nice enough to click onto the video and they click out real quick, that is actually hurting you. So that's a mistake I see a lot of new YouTubers come up and do, is they try and just drop their links everywhere to try and hope and throw spaghetti at the wall and hope someone will watch it. And maybe some of them will, but if they're not your people, it's not worth having them watch. I don't want that to sound harsh. And if you're one of those people just dropping links in all those Facebook groups, you may want to really think about that as your strategy, because it's not the most helpful. Okay, socializing. I'm going to switch here too, because I feel bad, because I want you guys to be involved and I want the chat window and not just staring completely at the screen all the time. So hold on one second here. But then I also need to see the slides. I'm going to go into studio mode so I can also see this. 1 second. Okay, now I got the best of both worlds. I can see the slides, you can see the chat. So for socializing, make sure that you respond to all of your comments within the first 24 hours, and actually try and respond with a question that not forces them, but encourages a conversation back and forth, because the more that you comment and respond to them and they respond back, the more comments and signals it sends to YouTube that this video is worth watching, people are enjoying it, interacting with it. You get a little boost in the algorithm right there. Typically, the views that you're going to get in the first 24 hours of a video are what you're going to end up with, double that at the end of the week. So if you get 100 views in the first 24 hours, you might end up with 200 views at the end of the week. If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Yes, someone likes the slides. Oh, man. Okay, so wait for it. Okay, there you go. Slides are back. Sorry, people. I'll go back and forth. Just remind me. Okay, so responding to comments, make sure that you go to people in the similar type of community that you are in. Go comment on their videos as well. It's a really great way to get your name out there and get known. If you are making similar content, do not be one of those people that does, I also make videos. I always say, like, you don't see Vera Wang show up at like Steve Madden's fashion show and say, hey guys, I make clothes too, come check it out. Like, that is so rude. Don't do that, okay? But answer questions that maybe the audience has not yet had a response to, because as some of the creators grow and get big, they're not responding to as many comments. So you can swoop in there, be the hero, or it's a really great way to mine for ideas for videos to make for your own channel. So stop looking at these people as competition. Look at them as being part of your community. And not only that, it can help foster that relationship, because if they always see you in there answering questions, not asking for anything back, just being helpful, when you slide into those DMs later and you're ready for a collaboration, those things, they do remember. Your name will stick out, your avatar, and they'll be like, huh, this person is actually pretty cool. Maybe I do want to interact with them more. So please don't spam others, right? And if you want to do a collaboration, don't go after Peter McKinnon when you have 15 subscribers and he has almost now 3 million. You need to go after someone that kind of makes sense, that's in your niche, and you can bring value to. The key to a good collaboration is it probably should benefit the other person more than it should benefit you. And if it's not, maybe it's not a collaboration that they're going to say yes to. So if that makes sense, can we get a thumbs up on this video? Can we get a thumbs up? There are 85 people in here. So yes, give me a thumbs up. And let's see, slide into those DMs. It goes down in the DMs, man, I tell you, it does. Yes, participate in Facebook groups. And there is a way to also learn about collaborations. It's one of the TubeBuddy perks in the area for any paid level of service. You get 1 year free of collab space, and you can check that out on the website of TubeBuddy.com when you go check into the member perks section. And you guys, if you haven't been on there, we did it before and took a look at it, but there's some really great resources in there, including free, royalty-free music from Audio Hero. There's discounts on things like the Roberto Blake thumbnail starter pack, and even there's some free templates to get started on thumbnails. So that's a really great resource in there. I'm pretty sure Nick Nimmin has some lower thirds in there as well that you can download. So there's a lot of free resources in there, as long as you have any, even the bottom level of paid level of service. And if you guys haven't, go check out TubeBuddy. They are seriously amazing. You can get started for free, of course. And then everyone has a discount code, all of the moderators, myself included as well. But if you ever want to save some money, for as long as you want to stay with them, you get like a 20% discount if you use one of our codes. All right, so here we go. Did we go through everything and socialize? I hope so. I hope so. Okay. And we're going to, hopefully my slide button still works there. Okay. The next one is going to be under Analyze. And so a lot of the time, this is where all of the hard work really comes into play when it comes into, like, YouTube doesn't care about how hard you spent, how much time you spent on a video. They just care about like numbers. And so when you're looking at it, there's a few things that you really want to be looking for. You always want to try and be increasing your watch time and your audience retention. So what that is if you have a 10-minute video and people only watch 5 minutes of it, your audience retention is 50% and your watch time is 5 minutes, right? So if your audience watch time averages 2 minutes and 4 seconds last month, the goal would be to get people to, try and get to 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that. Try and extend that watch time, because watch time is one of those key metrics that YouTube is looking for. Because if you start looking at charts and you have a video that just dramatically drops like this, a lot of the time it could be something like clickbait and people are just bouncing, and YouTube is not going to reward videos like that, because it's like, oh, people are just jumping off this video really quick. We're not going to keep sending traffic to it. So the goal is you want to try at the end of the video to still have at least 50% of the people watching. So the goal is to, I know it sounds like that's a really low number. It's not. If you go look at where the 50% mark is on your videos, a lot of the time it's somewhere in the middle of your video. You're hoping that it's towards 3/4 or the end of the video, but the goal is to, at the end of the video, have 50% of the people still watching. And here's one thing is, just as a tip for all the people who wait to say the subscribe or give this video a thumbs up at the end of the video, at best, you may only have 50% of the people still watching. So that's why a lot of people will choose to put it either in the middle or in, towards the beginning. And as you start to look at it, in the YouTube Studio beta, you can go look at where the drips, like the dips are, and go click on it and see, did something happen? Like I've noticed that a lot of the time it's when I went to a screen recording and people could no longer see my face and make eye-to-eye contact. And so I was like, oh, I need to change the way that that looks. And so like you put yourself in the corner so that you're talking over it, which is more work, yes, but those are the types of things that your analytics are showing you. So you're looking for the retention and you're looking for any huge spikes and drops, right? I hope that makes sense. If that makes sense, can we get a thumbs up on this, please? Please. And we're looking for demographics and geographies, and the reason why you want to care about that. If you are based in a particular country and all of your traffic's coming from another country, you may want to take a look at that, because it may be something that you can do your translated subtitles into for that particular country, or it may even influence the time at which you release your video so that that part of the world that's watching your videos is up at that time, because you really want to try and hit those first 24 hours as solidly as you can, right? So I hope that that makes sense. Oh, I'm seeing some thumbs up. That makes me so happy. Yes, that makes me so happy. And suggested videos and search terms. You can use this inside of the YouTube Studio beta. It's a really great way to go look at what videos were people watching before they clicked on your video, what videos, what search terms were people looking at before they found your video and clicked on it. So if you look at that type of things, a lot of the times those are asking questions people have not yet been able to find an answer to, and whether or not your video was the answer to it, it's a really great way to also see, like, wow, a lot of people are asking these questions. I want to make sure that I make a video addressing that. Yes? Yes. Okay. I want to try and get through the rest of these as quickly as I'm so sorry that is taking longer than I thought. Apparently I'm quite loquacious, and I want to get to your guys' questions. So we're going to power through, guys. We have three more. Okay. So monetization, and here we go. TubeBuddy has an integration with like Social Blue Book and Patreon and different information like that that you can see in the member perks area online. And one of the nice things is it still gives you kind of that valuation of how much they guesstimating that a video would be worth if you did a video, right? So you want to make sure that you're looking at that. When it comes to monetization, please think of AdSense as like the last way to make money. And I know we're not really supposed to talk numbers and stuff, but I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. For every 1,000 views that my channel gets, I might get $1. So if that equates out to, and for all of you who think that you're gonna make like a living off of AdSense, AdSense pays out once you reach that threshold of $100 in a month. I have never been paid out in the same month for AdSense because I've never broken $100. Sometimes I'll get to like $70. So it usually takes me 2 months to ever get a payout from AdSense. And there was one month where it took me 3 months to get paid out. 3 months. I was so mad because it was like $98. And I was just like, are you kidding me? And so I had to wait an additional month to get any money. I just remember that and being like so heartbroken. But if that gives you any clue, there you go. It took me 3 months to get paid out from AdSense, or now I'm at every 2 months. Every 2 months, at least $100. So, okay. So other ways that you can make money, so many other ways. Patreon, which I heard a rumor that if you do not have a Patreon yet, they are going to start charging a monthly fee for any new Patreon campaigns that are started, I think after today or tomorrow. So if you've never launched one or anything like that, I think you want to get on that, because I've heard in some Facebook groups that this is happening, okay? But you can do different tiers of levels. You could have a private Facebook group, private streams, early access to streams, Q&A videos. You could have whatever you want as Patreon tiers, but it's just an easy way to get people to, if they like you, to donate to you. And yeah, there you go. There's also sites like Buy Me a Coffee if you just want to do like a one-time, like, oh, I forgot I had coffee. I have coffee. I'm supposed to drink it. Anyways, actually, you probably don't want a super caffeinated Shelly. But if you have a service-based business, if you can make thumbnails, if you can do YouTube consultation, if you can do video editing, there are things that you can do, sell your own skills like that, and you'll probably make some more money. You can use YouTube as a vehicle to get and gather more clients and business and brand awareness. You could do that. You can create your own merchandise. Teespring has a really easy integration into YouTube, and you can go and have like a little shop if you want to. Yeah, and then there's affiliate marketing. So from Amazon, TubeBuddy, Magic Links, there's a whole bunch of different sites that you can go to and also be promoting products that you actually like and still get paid as well, a commission off of it. So all of those will probably end up getting you more money. You can monetize your blog and with ads and stuff. All of that will make you more money usually than AdSense. And then there's brand sponsorships and videos like that. Okay, so I hope that was helpful on that. We're going to try and power through here. What we mean by capitalize: if you find that one particular style of video on your channel is doing really well, it would behoove you to make more videos in that same type of genre. So if you've been making movie reviews and video game reviews and whatever, and then find that all of a sudden like movie reviews are just going bananas for you, maybe it would be worth it for you to make sure that you're going after the same types of videos that are bringing you that traffic and really capitalize on the attention and eyeballs that you can generate when you have a popular video, right? And then there's also like, what is discoverable? You can go onto the trending section of YouTube. You can go look for, you can go look in Google keyword ad planner, stuff like that. What are things that people are looking for as it gets into certain times of the year? You know, it's like Super Bowl or UFC or Avengers. Again, all of these different things that people are looking for, you can capitalize on a trend, right? Like if you were making Avengers videos 4 months ago, it may not have done as well as if it did like this month as when the movie just came out, right? Because there's a whole new buzz and excitement around that video. And so you're capitalizing on the attention that people are focused on right now, and it's fleeting, right? So whether that's slime or whatever it is, if that's in your wheelhouse and you actually can make videos about that in your own unique way, maybe take a peek at that. Okay, and then yeah, so take a look at the trends. I'm trying to power through the rest of these really quickly. And then advertising. When is a good time to run ads versus not? I would say, I've gotten this question before, using paid ads just to drive traffic to your YouTube video. If you don't have something to sell, a service-based business, anything like that, I don't generally recommend it because you could be paying for these views to come in. They're not always the highest quality views. It doesn't mean that people are going to subscribe. You'll have a higher likelihood and percentage of people who are going to thumbs down your video or not like it very much. So it's not really always the best. I wouldn't recommend it just to drive traffic. That's my honest opinion on that one. You can definitely disagree with that. Oh, it says there are 93 people watching. If you guys can, would you share this out, please? Because I would really love to break 100 because that would just like, it would make me so, so happy if we could get to 100 thumbs ups and 100 people watching. So if you haven't yet, take a second to share this out. And if you're enjoying these 10 steps and learning about them, can we get a thumbs up on this video and in the chat? Can I get a thumbs up, please? Okay, brand collaborations, FTC disclosures. It is required to have an FTC disclosure if you are receiving payment for an advertisement for a video. There's even rules. YouTube made a video lately and put it out around embedding videos in the like advertisements in the middle of your video. They don't want you to do that because it's kind of a sneaky way around that. So make sure that you are doing the proper disclosures because I don't want to see anyone get in trouble for that because it is really, really important. Okay. And then of course, like I said, Google AdWords, which is a really great way to also do keyword research as well and see what people are looking for. Facebook ads, it's really great and targeted so you can niche down into, you know, females that are fans of this type of page that are located in this city or state. You can really get targeted with that and make your dollars work for you. If you're thinking of just spending dollars to make just to get some traffic to a video, it's just, I don't think that it's worth doing that. I think it's worth it when you're about to launch an e-course, a book, something like that, and that is when I would run a lot of those ads. Okay, so I'm going to switch over really quickly to hopefully the chat window and do that. We're going to switch that there. Hopefully you're seeing it. Will you guys tell me, out of all of those 10 steps, which one you struggle with the most and which one you think you do really well? So put struggle and like awesome and whichever value it is. So hopefully you guys remembered or took notes, and if you didn't, that's okay. I am still releasing these videos on my channel as well. You can still go through them and take a peek there. Okay, so please forgive me for a second while I try and go click on that form. And now that I'm logged into this account, maybe it will let me see it. Sorry guys, give me 1 second here. Please, 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 please let me in. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing incorrectly. It says, thanks for participating in the stream and enter your question in below. I'm so sorry. I'm not smart enough to figure this out. So I don't know if, Andrew, it's possible to dump any of that into like a Twitter DM, or if people, I'm so sorry, because I really want to get to the people who asked me questions first before I just take general ones from everyone in the audience. Is there any way you guys can help me with that? It's in the email. Oh, okay. Let me switch that really quickly. So sorry I'm not looking at you guys right now. I'm trying to take a peek at this. Okay. Oh, I see the email. Thank you. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm going to get this open, you guys. Although it says request edit access. Do I have to request edit? So it says I need permission. Oh, let me see if I can switch accounts. Before I throw anyone under the bus. I swear, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, people. Please, 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 please. Unavailable unless I sign out. All right, I'm going to sign out. I am determined to make this happen. This is going to happen. No thanks. I don't need a tour. Oh, yes! Yes! I'm in! Okay. Question. If I don't promote my channel on socials, it's impossible for me to grow. I mean, I don't get more than 1 to 2 subscribers a day, and I lose a few every day because of the algorithm. I thought it was because of my content, but when people... You have a long question. Whew, long question. Okay. You deserve more. Why aren't you famous? I've been on the platform for 12 years. It looks like my main problem is just algorithmic problem. I don't know. I'm always burnout mode, but I don't want to quit. Okay. If you're feeling like you're in burnout mode, man, take a break. You've been on the platform 12 years. I would not encourage anyone who's feeling burnt out to keep making videos, only because when you're burnt out, you end up doing it out of obligation, and it's not that much fun, and people are going to see that you're not having very much fun. But I would need to look more at your channel. When it comes down to it, it's only ever a few things. It's either your titles maybe aren't great, your thumbnails aren't great, or your content isn't great. And if you're making videos for 12 years, I bet you have probably plenty of practice at making your videos look really good. It could be that you used to make content on one kind of thing and then switched gears into another, and you know your audience isn't quite jiving with the new thing. Like if you used to make Minecraft videos and now you make bacon videos, it can be difficult sometimes for some channels to make a pivot. I don't think there's enough in here for me to be able to answer that. Yeah, I'm so sorry. We could take a look at that later if you want to message me offline. Someone else said, I started my channel 10 years ago. I got a lot of views and subscribers. And you didn't use YouTube for a while until last year, and you noticed that none of your subscribers are notified of new videos, and you have subscribers. Is there any way to notify them of new uploads, or are they lost? Okay, so here's one thing is YouTube doesn't, and they've admitted, they will not send out notifications to everyone. And they send out notifications to people who've interacted with your channel recently. So if you haven't made content in a really long time and people aren't interacting with your content or seeing a new upload from you and clicking on it, YouTube will send even fewer notifications out. And it could have been from a while ago if they didn't have the bell on. They're just not getting any notifications at all. So the biggest thing that you can do is you're gonna have to make videos. If you have an email list, start like sending out messages saying, hey guys, I'm putting out, like, you really have to go the extra. You stop. What I'm hearing is you're relying on YouTube to notify your people that you're making videos. Don't do that, because they're not going to do you any favors. Make sure, go watch my video on how to publicize and socialize like the correct way, about all the different ways. When you're publicizing your video, like on Twitter, you don't just drop the link to it. You put the photo of the thumbnail because it takes up more space, and then you drop the link after that, and then you're going in and you can run polls or something like on Instagram, and even say something like, hey guys, did you see my last video? Yes or no? And if anyone clicks no, like, or did you get a notification from the last one? If they say no, message them back in a DM and say, oh, I'm so sorry you didn't get the notification. Here's the link to my video. Like, DM them the link to your video, and that will help them also get notified and go watch it. It also signals to YouTube starting session time, and someone's coming here to look for this video. Maybe they redo the bell thing. We're going to start sending more notifications out for this type of video. Like, you really have to get out there and do the legwork yourself when it comes to doing, if no one is going to publicize for yourself better than you are, really. So you have to get out there and start telling people that you're making content again, okay, and put it out as many places as you can. I hope that helps. I'm unclear how to properly select tags for videos, long tail, short tail, a mix of both. We have 20 subscribers, 600-minute total views. Another question is keyword tool for TubeBuddy. It says very good result for how to make food with Play-Doh. How many people are actually searching for that term? How many views can we expect? Okay, so for that particular thing, I am going to say, when you go into the Keyword Explorer for TubeBuddy, and then you put in the search term, how to make food with Play-Doh, I think it was, and there is a number right there. It says like how many videos on this particular type of subject. So it's maybe like 4 lines down or something like that. And that is telling you the search pool of results that come up of videos on that topic. So you also have to look at what is the view velocity, like how old is that video? How many views is it still getting? Take a look at that, and you can see, like, if a video is like from 4 years ago, but it's still getting like pretty good, it's ranking high, it's still getting views, that's a really good video to go after and make sure you're looking at. Again, I like to go in and make sure that I'm using the unweighted versus the weighted results, but I would always tend to go, especially if you're a new channel, which sounds like you are, with 20 subscribers, 600 minutes, make sure you're using longer term search key phrases, and don't go after like Play-Doh. That's going to be a really hard one for you to rank for, but if it's making food with Play-Doh, how to make food with Play-Doh, how to make realistic looking food with Play-Doh, how to make Play-Doh, whatever it is, not only use those as the tags, use that as the title, whatever makes the most sense there, and then make sure that you use those kind of supporting keywords or tags as part of the description in a paragraphical form to kind of boost that tag effectiveness, okay? Play-Doh or Play-Doh. Nick Niven's in the house. Hey, Nick, it's so nice to see you. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Oh, that makes Niminati in the house. In the house. Love it. Okay, let me go back here to the next one. Does sorting tag actually do anything, and does it help? I think yes, because I like to go in and make sure I sort my tags by the ones that are ranking, because usually the ones that are in the front are the ones that are the like most important or most closely related. So I believe that the order, yes, matters, is the short answer to that short question. I appreciate your short question. Thank you. Are you saying that your channel should include a bit of categories, help, hub, and hero? I'm saying that it is possible that your channel could have multiple types of content. Go look at Casey Neistat, right? So he has weekly, or used to be daily vlogs, so that's part of that hub content. But then he had that really great video about, like, I closed down this mall and we made it snow inside, right? Which is actually his hero content, which was like a bigger production. It took like a month or so for that like thing to come together. Those are the types of things. It's not as common on his channel, but it still happens. But a lot of the rest of it is going to be a different style of content. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up on that. Let me just make sure. Here we go. Yes. Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. Tips for making my channel stand out from others in the same niche. It can be hard, especially because there are so many channels out there. So if you were, I'm just going to say an example of beauty. It's not just enough to be a beauty YouTuber these days because there are tons of them. But if you are a beauty YouTuber who does cruelty-free makeup only, that is more of a standing out in your niche. If you're a YouTuber who does only special effects makeup, that's something right there that kind of like stands out. If you're someone who only does, I don't know, pick something else that a beauty YouTuber does, right? Only prom style tutorial makeup and hair. That is also a very specific niche, also within the larger genre of beauty. So those are different ways that you can kind of smaller niche down and differentiate yourself versus others. So if you're a person who only does first impressions versus if you're a person who only does, you're a chemical engineer who likes to study the ingredients in face care and beauty products and can give a detailed explanation medically about what the ingredient is, why would you want to use it, and who would have side effects or not want to use this type of product. That's a specialized thing within the overall genre of beauty. And those are some ways that you would stand out. The other things are going to be the things like your branding, your coloring, the different things that you use on your style-wise, your thumbnail style, all of that stuff that helps you stand out and differentiate yourself versus someone else. I hope that helps. I hope that was kind of answering your question. Let me see here. A few days ago, I started earning a few cents a day from YouTube Premium, but I don't qualify for monetization because you need more watch time. Is this a glitch or something new? A few cents from YouTube Premium. I don't know specifically on that one because usually the way that some of the monetization, will go is if someone has YouTube Red where they're not watching ads and a lot of the creators are getting paid off of ads. YouTube will go in and look at how many videos you're watching across all these different creators and kind of divvy up that pie to all of these different creators. And it could be, I don't know why you would be necessarily earning money on videos if you're not yet monetized. So that's kind of weird. I'm not sure off that one. Okay, that was all of the questions. Oh, we did it, you guys. Thank you so much. 108 thumbs ups. Love it. Thank you so much for helping me reach that. I don't know why. It just triple digits just makes me happy. If I can get 100 views in the first 24 hours or 100 thumbs up, whatever it is, I love it. So beauty for men, absolutely, right? So Philip DeFranco has an entire line now of hair care products for men with beard oil and hair pomades and all that stuff. Beauty for men. James Charles is a man in beauty that is doing beautiful looks, and he's a man in beauty, as is Jeffree Star and Manny MUA. They all have different things about them that make them unique, but if you think about it, they're all reviewing the same products and the same things, and it's the same launches, but they're all different and they're bringing their personality to it, and that's how you really stand out, because the people who watch Jeffree Star are not always the same people who watch Gabriel Zamora or someone else. I'm just making up names. I'm not saying anything about them. Don't come for me, beauty community. So I'm just saying there's a different audience out there for everyone, and how your personality reacts to someone else that's what it is. So, okay, I am going to take a quick scan. I know we don't have much time left. So I'm sorry if I'm not able to get to your question, but I really wanted to make sure that we got through everything in the Google form as well as got through all the slides. So hopefully that was helpful. Let's see. If it was helpful, can I get a thumbs up? Can we get a little hand clappy emojis? I like the hand clap emojis. Let's see here. Final call. How do you reach an audience? And my channel is about video editing. Yes, my channel is kind of about video editing too. Make more channel videos that people are requesting. It can be extremely powerful sometimes to not only have a specific topic, but say that this video was inspired by a specific person, that type of thing. People are always worried about like that next 1,000 subscribers. Sometimes you just got to take care of the community that you have, because those are your diehard loyal fans, and those are the ones that bring in more people. And I know that you guys probably have seen that article, the 1,000 True Fans, and it's more about that than it is having a huge subscriber number, because you could have 1 million people watching your channel, but if they're like empty followers that don't really know, like, or trust you, and you go launch an e-course and you maybe make $1,000 versus if you have 1,000 true fans who all spent $100 on your e-course because they absolutely are fanatical about everything that you're doing, that would be a much stronger launch for you. So I don't want you to get too hung up on just hitting a certain subscriber number, because don't forget, YouTube doesn't pay us on the number of subscribers that we get. YouTube pays us on the amount of ads and views, you know what I'm saying? And you get paid off of your affiliate sales and being able to drive people to know, like, and trust you enough to purchase something that you have recommended. So it's not about a subscriber number. And I never want you guys to stress so much about that, because I would rather have 20 people on, watching my videos that were maybe liking something enough to one day go pick it up and trust me enough to go purchase something, than having 200,000 views on something that I've launched that never gets picked up or never gets purchased. I hope that makes sense. Yes, please don't worry so much about just the subscriber number. It's such a vanity metric, and it doesn't really mean anything. You don't get paid from having, 1,000 subscribers to having 10,000 subscribers. That's just not how it works. So, okay. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out TubeBuddy, I know I've sprinkled in some talking about them, but I just want to say again, I absolutely love them with my whole heart. I was doing a story time yesterday about how I became a streamer on the TubeBuddy channel, and I am such a dunce. I'm just a squirrel mind sometimes that I only got halfway through the story, so there's going to have to be a second story time to how I ended up on this channel. But I'm so darn grateful that I'm here, and the crew has always been so nice to me. You guys have always been so nice to me anytime I've come to stream, and I love being here with you. If you guys want to check it out for free, go to the link in the description. You can always get started for free. Use the keyword planner, all that good stuff. And if you ever want to upgrade to a version, you can use a whole bunch of codes online, including my own, and get a 20% discount. And if you guys want to check out me on my channel, it is Shelly Saves a Day, and I am doing the series right now, all the 10 steps that we were covering in the slides. I'm going into a bit more detail in the videos. We're only up through video 6 right now, so you guys get the sneak peek of it. And if you guys want it as well, I created a free ebook about it, and you can download it and get it for yourself. There's also a link for that in the description box. But yeah, did we cover everything that we wanted to cover today? I think we did. And I'm so thankful that you guys were here with me. You guys are just the best. I always look forward to this stream so much every month. I want to thank you for your time. Come check me out. Come check out TubeBuddy. And yeah, I will see you guys in a video very soon. See you guys later. I'm going to hit end stream. Bye, guys.